probably we have some better game if we are not the sick.
Right.
Probably we can have one games at least, but it doesn't mean we want to hide behind the sickness. We just failed everything.
Oh, hey Darius.
I swear to God, if you talk to me again before I had my morning coffee...
Dude, calm down, man, calm down. Brain effect awake for a perfect dose of caffeine. Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined here by Reapered from Cloud9 on the final day of Rift Rivals. Have you enjoyed the tournament so far?
Really not. I mean, we got 0-4 right now, so it's not enjoyable for our team, you know? But yeah, it was fine.
I mean, like Blaber getting subbed in and getting to play some mid lane on Aatrox, that must have been something funny, right?
No, right. I mean, it's strange situations are looks funny, but I'd like to say we're trying to best for win.
Right.
Cause any tournament we are jumping into, we are never jumping into this is joke. We are not gonna play something like that. So the sickness are hit our house right before Rift Rivals. So Sneaky, at the first day, he played 2 ice and he didn't say any single word, 2 games in a row. So, it's the regular seasons are pretty important for us. So we decide giving him rest time and Blubber subs in. And, he played the mid once and he played the jungler and Svenskeren played the support once. I mean, we are trying to best strat with our roster,
right?
But it didn't work.
But hey, it's a good lesson still at the end of the day, and you try to adapt. Very respectable on that front. Did you learn anything particular from the EU teams coming over, given that they deliberately, without any roster swaps, also changed positions, for example? Is that something you're looking forward to maybe pick up for the team as well?
Yeah, it's really good to EU teams are really flexible right now, and not sure we can just copying that because obviously that's requires lots of practice time, and trying things out is probably gonna happen, but not sure how will fit with our team. But yeah, definitely we learned a lot from the EU teams right now.
Okay, cool. Good to know that were some positives on that front. Now, for me, it's very interesting to finally getting to talk to you because you've been with Cloud9 for such a long time. You've gone through the highs and the lows and the highs again. When, for example, and I'm wondering when you and Jack, for example, made the decision to bench Sneaky and Jensen back in 2018, and you overcome that, do you think that overall still that was a very good move and it strengthened the roster and the players and their trust between you and the players?
Yeah, I mean, that was the necessarily happens, but it was delivered wrongly to fans.
Right. Okay.
But the situations we need necessarily benched our players, and that was giving us some overall good outcomes. We made a semi with the using 6-mans or 7-mans, and also players are getting comfortable with the get the subs out or subs in right now. So no one really complains about it, and in the future we are building up the teams. Players are just make sure everyone can subs out and subs in no matter who you are. You need depending your spot. So players are understand very well right now.
Right.
After a year, yeah.
That's very interesting to me because in EU we're only just now starting to see that. We see Misfits subbing out players. We see Broxa getting subbed out for Dan. But in general, it's not common here, and so you guys really started pushing that heavily back then and doing it successfully. Most importantly, what do you think are some of the important factors to make sure that the subbing in and subbing out of a player actually works too, and that the subbed out player isn't, pissed off or disgruntled from getting subbed out?
Well, I mean, first of all, players have to understand why subs out or subs in. So, for example, like you said, they are still with the 5 or just the one guy subs in or subs out for now. But they had a lot of new talent right now. So every year, EU players are not subs out, just fired, right? Or moving the team.
Yeah.
So whenever the new players comes into your team, like specifically the main LEC teams, you need giving them time for grow out. So you don't really have the time for subs out and testing the other guys. Right. But like NA, lots of players are maintaining the LCS spot. So we don't really have the room for new talents. So the only way we can grow the talents is subs in, subs out. And it's not just about your performance or like bad attitude. It can be just giving them time for grow, right. If they are ready. Because new talents are always important for any sport, even League of Legends.
Yeah, definitely. Because eventually you'll just run into, teams running the same rosters and not really changing anything too much and stuff like that, which is usually not good for the general development and level of play. When you talk to a player that, say, you have a coach meeting after LCS 0-2, bad week, and you want to make a substitution, what do you tell to the player that is getting substituted out? How do you approach that and go, hey, we need to talk about this?
I don't remember, it's a year ago, but like main point was, okay guys, this year with our current roster, we cannot make the playoffs if we play like this. Right. So we need testing out. It's not necessarily the individual performance or whatever. We need mix up something because things are not working out right now. And also, I do believe you guys need some motivation as well. Something like that.
It's just how it is sometimes, like that. Yeah. So, and you've been with Cloud9 for so long. You've been one of NA's most successful coaches, if not even the most successful coach. You are very renowned in EU as well. Is this like a personal thing for you to also strive for a potential title of being viewed as like one of the true greats of NA coaching? Like, I would say Ziggs is up there. I mean, is that something you're looking for?
Not really. I mean, I really like the play with my players, and my owner is pretty nice to me. So, I don't set up for the goals, the great test, and the coach in the history, but I'm here with my players, and we are just trying to win anything in front of us,
Okay, cool. So one last question. Of course, Team Liquid has been super dominant in NA, but Cloud9 to me always was, at least top 3 always. It's Cloud9. They always strive for the title. Sometimes they do it. Sometimes they only make second, but still very impressive. What does it take for this team to finally overcome Team Liquid again and get the title back in summer?
The first things are make sure we have a great condition for the match. And, we are trying to lots of things, change our schedules or change our practice way or, using time for like something other stuffs like team bonding stuffs. So we'll see what kind of outcomes we get in the future, but yeah, I don't know yet. We are trying.
But there's experimentation going on.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we want to win the season, but it's not that easy.
Yeah, no, it really isn't. But best of luck in that, and for sure. Is there anything you would like to say to the Cloud9 fans?
Oh yeah, Cloud9 fans and EU fans. One thing I want to make sure trying to say is, so I said earlier, the sickness are hit our house, right? But it doesn't mean to we lost because of the sick.
Right.
We lost because of the we failed our conditions. Like make sure we have good conditions, and even that conditions, the performance on the stage was shit. So, you know, probably we have some better game if we are not the sick.
Right.
Probably we can have a one games at least, but you know, it doesn't mean to we wanna hide behind the sickness. We just failed everything. So yeah, we will accept it, and sorry for disappointment for the NA fans, and you know, we're trying harder, I guess.
Yeah, in the future. Taking ownership of your failures is also very important. Thank you so much, Reapered, for your time. Make sure to follow him on Twitter. This was Darius from the Shotcaller from the final day of Rift Rivals. I hope you enjoyed our Rift Rivals content. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnowicz, Thomas Göttel, Etienne, Erich Althaus, Lukas Legal, Lazy Raven, Lama Vyuta, and Adam Novosviat for your very special support, and of course also all the people whose names you see scrolling past you. Without you guys, we would have closed down probably a while ago. So thank you so much for your help. Thank you.